Okay, welcome back, folks. Welcome back. So part two of the pandemic first 48 live special on Friday the 13th. So goodness gracious, guys, I am a little bit prepared and ready to go here. We've got one phone that I was just playing the music on that we don't need anymore, and I've also got two other phones reading your comments. So seeing we've only got five. We had more people here when we weren't live. We've already lost some people. Maybe it was the Hammond organ music. And Maida Montana is cooking lurking. You've been doing a lot of lurking this evening. Driving lurking. Now cooking lurking. Woken Soul Cow. Hello, my brother. Glad to see my West Coast buddy. In the house. You did miss the first part of this live epidemic, not epidemic, pandemic, uh, first 48 special. Now, we're not bringing you any sort of groundbreaking secret information from people inside quarantine zones or doctors from Wuhan or a friend that works at the CDC. We're getting the eyes and the ears that are on the streets. You guys, what you're seeing where you live, what I'm seeing where I live. Just had a little interesting chat with my neighbours during the break. Thank fuck God it's Friday indeed, woke. So normally I don't do Friday weekend live feeds. So a little bit of not necessarily a first for me, but a rarity. And this is the second of two parts. We were on a little bit earlier. We're chatting and discussing the first 48 and what we might be coming to expect in the next day or two, and dare I say it, even the coming hours. Hello again. Kelly, sorry, I could read your name, but for some reason I couldn't read the words. So Jasper's given us a little article to look at now. Let me see. Let's get this one up. So this is the very, very old phone. Let's see what this has got to say. So that was a little bit of the project and the purpose behind the break. Then maybe you guys could come and find out, see if you can see something of information. Okay, this is Toronto. Thanks for that. Great article to start off. Good job, Thrift Fan. This is how we're doing it together. And this is a little bit what I'm trying to explain, that we are going to be the guys that are reporting on what's going on. We're not going to be, like I say, looking for secret information or going anywhere else. We are the eyes and ears on the streets. We are the people that are seeing things with our own eyes and reporting with our own eyes. So this is Global News here, large agency in Canada. So, City of Toronto activates Emergency Operations Center in response to coronavirus. So, there is a video loading. I don't think that's an ad. Uh, in response to the growing pandemic, Toronto has reached the next phase in its response to COVID-19, activation of the Emergency Response Center. A task force made up of managers from different city agencies. Miranda and that chick has more. The City of Toronto, let's get rid of this. That's the little video, I think. The City of Toronto says it's begun the next phase of managing COVID by activating its EOC, Emergency Operations Center, in response. No thanks, whatever that was. Fire Chief Matthew Pegg, as the General Manager of the Office of Emergency Management, Office of Emergency and Federal Emergency Management Agency, comes to mind straight away. They're just missing the F and the A, but the emergency management, this is what we were talking about a little bit before. When is emergency management going to come in? When are they going to enforce curfews and quarantines, such forth? And Toronto has stepped up to the next phase. We've got an operations of emergency. So during an update at Toronto City Hall on Thursday, so this was actually yesterday, not today, said the EOC is operating at a second highest level, level 2. Well, took a lot to figure that one out. He said that means there will be 24-hour staffing at the EOC, and there will be an enhanced level of coordination among City of Toronto departments and agencies. So these are more trending stories. So thanks for that. So there is a center of emergency operations here in Toronto, up and running. So who else we got watching? Only Amy, Almal. Oh my God, glad you're here. Aztec, Jake, you're back. No quarantine notices in SoCal. When my brother starts saying shit is crazy in North and Eastern Montana, I worry. He never talks about the news. What's up, Teamworks Holics? Glad to see you back, brother. So we've got some good company in the chat already, as well as those guys that were around earlier for part two. Of course, there is a time difference between East and West Coast, so it might have been early afternoon to you. Also, some of you guys out on the West Coast are just getting your weekend on. And what a historic weekend it is. We're under a global pandemic, folks. The shit has, in fact, hit the fan. Maybe not in a large, huge, bear-sized turd, but maybe a few little rabbit droppings have been sprinkled on for good measure. Is this operation of a psychological matter, psychological, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, guys. I did have a couple of spliffs while I was during the break. But is it a flag that isn't necessarily a real flag? You know what I'm saying by that? Is this a social engineering experiment of what is to come? So we've got Alias in here, we've got Alma, we've got Nancy. Of course, we've got Nancy. She's everybody's shadow. Maida Montana's working, lurking, woke. Becky Pamplin is around. Aztec. So let's hope William comes back. He joined us a little bit late. He did say he was going to set the clock. Before I'm trying to get, hopefully we're going to have a guest caller, all being well, providing technology and applications allow so. If not, she will be participating in the chat. Oh, I'm missing William. I hope he comes back. We like William. He's a newbie that found us on Wednesday night and unfortunately popped in just as we were closing up part one. But a few of you guys had some stuff to do. Laurie, I think she must be still putting her stuff away. Unless she's Tindering now, her husband's off to work and she's got a bit of photo sharing action going on. I don't mean that, Laurie. I'm sure you don't got some Tinder photo sharing action going on, of course. So you're all shadow. Now you're just part of the furniture, Nancy. As many of you are, as you said, that's why so many guys in here have the wrench, because you guys come back pretty much each and every week, and probably the only guys that come each and every week. So why we do, well, you know, when we do get newbies that stumble into the thrift store, we try to welcome them as much as we can, just like we did William. So it's very nice to see him come back. Yeah, I know Woke does. I'm just trying to find him to do that. Woke, brother, of course, my friend. You Oh God, I just realized I'm doing it on a different phone. Sorry. That's why I can't make you a moderator. Let me find Woke. Woke. Brother, you're getting a wench, my friend. Welcome to the first level of thrift masonry. So yeah, Elmel, thank you for that. I was actually in the process of trying to do that. Kelly, baby girl, you want a wrench? There's your wrench. You get a wrench. Not everybody gets a wrench, but as I was explaining, you guys come back each and every week and watch these live shows. It's you guys that watch my videos. It's kind of you guys that part of the reason this is still a channel. But as I said, that's why you got wenches, because you're all part of not the family, you're part of the channel. You're what contributes to these channels, and this is why tonight and pretty much Wednesday we kind of started this little. Maybe this is going to start being a playlist. I should start that at some points. We're up to 19 folks. Hey, baby P. But yeah, we'll put this into the pandemic playlist. This is history, guys. Some of us together on Wednesday night witnessed Trump's address to the nation, and I can't remember who it was afterwards said they got a sense of doom after they watched it. Well, of course you did. That was the intended, or part of the intended purpose of that, to give us that sense of dread and doom. That's why so many people in the last 24 to 36 hours have taken to hitting up the supermarkets hard. Now, you could Aztec with the panty liner, always. But anyway, hey Ribbit, nice to see you. Laura's back. We're just chatting about you. But during the little break, my neighbors happened to come home, and I was outside on my stoop having a spliff and started talking to Carmen Sandiego, as I call her. I don't even know her real name, but that's what I call her, Carmen Sandiego. But she'd just come back and she's like, "Oh my goodness, everything's gone crazy out there." And she went on to say that, you know, there were people like laden with grocery bags, and everyone seemed to have rolls of toilet paper on the streetcar. And on top of that, people didn't want to sit next to each other on the streetcar. There was like visual, you know, obvious gaps and stuff. And then the other house, because there's a few people that live in the house next to me, then another one of the neighbors come back. Same thing. He said, "Oh my goodness, I just got back from the grocery store this afternoon, and people they had $1,000 tickets. You know, people were loading up with $1,000 worth of grocery." He said, like, you know, I was waiting in line, and almost every cart in front of me was stocking up and having, you know, the bill was coming in at nearly $1,000, and it was a little bit like Maryland was saying. Is he here? But hey, Eternity, there will be our guest caller. We'll get round to getting her on the phone. Eternity, oh my God, you of all people need a wench. Partly the reason this is a channel. We'll get to that. Maybe talk a little bit more as we get along. Sorry, I need to find my water. So kind of within the last hour, a little bit of local news or information of what's going on the street in my neighborhood come to me. And maybe it would have been, if we were still live and I was out on the thing on a 420 break, maybe we could have interviewed them live as it happened. So Eternity, don't go anywhere, darling, because when we do get into this, we're going to get you on the phone, because you have actually been advised and medically, and you've taken the corona virus test, I believe. Isn't that right? And you are currently in a state of quarantine, I believe. But that is all stuff for the call, providing we can get you up and running. Yeah, Eternity, due to the fact that you are a night shift worker and you do work for the city of Alberta, or is it Edmonton? No, Alberta is the province, right? Edmonton is the city. Yes, Laurie, we're going to speak to an actual person who has had the test and is in quarantine. This isn't somebody that is sent an email from the from Wuhan or from inside the CDC, a real life person that has undergone the test. So she's going to come on in a little while, tell you all about that herself. I'm going to have a little bit of a chat. William, yo, brother, welcome. Do you know what we're going to do, William? You've only been a Thrift Fan member a couple of days, but in the sense of the epidemic and the fact that we're all going down together, you're going to get yourself a wench, my friend. That's how much we appreciate and welcome you to our little humble community in these dark days that we are finding ourselves upon. Although we are trying to get ourselves or try and remain a little bit lighthearted about it. Many of us are all in this together. We're all very like-minded folks, and we're all seeing what is going on our own streets, neighborhoods, in cities. I was thinking about you today, TSP, in a non-way gay. That's okay. It's cool if you think of me in a gay way. Sorry, let me come back to that. Wrong phone. I was in the cookie section of the market and remembered you loaded your stash box you showed the other day. Yeah, exactly. And I do have a variety of food in my pantry. Some of it is zooms and wham whams, and many of those know what that's all about. As TSP likes it gay, always in the toilet with you, Aztec. I've got nothing against gay fans, gay people at all. I got a little bit of problem when they think they're more special than other people for being so and deserve parades and flags and stuff. That's called the Munches Woke. But yeah, I'm glad that hopefully some of these thoughts maybe inspired you to go grab yourself a few extra bags of cookies yourself, your own pantry, because we may be under an enforced quarantine at the minute. Zoom zooms and wham whams eternity. Oh, sorry, that's right. I was talking about you a little bit. But zoom zooms and wham whams are what they call kind of snack items when you are incarcerated, and the things you can purchase off of commissary, like ramen noodles or Slim Jims or honey buns or white girls, as they are known, if they come with a frosting inside, or the shebangs, the whole shebang chips, the chips you can only get if you go to jail. Love to get a bag of shebangs to show you all on here, but they go for about 30 to 50 bucks a bag on eBay's and stuff like that, and a little bit of weed and coke. Well, I've got a little weed supply, but don't. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, it frozen, and there was a horrible picture of me. Sorry. So there you go. Some of you are gonna. Yeah, that was very, very strange. All of a sudden, it come up that YouTube had stopped and took me out of the app completely. But there, as again, that's why you see the hands, not the boat race. Well, I had to reboot. Yeah, did you guys all have to reboot as well? Yeah, it's winter time here, brother. I don't get to see much sunshine. I look a little bit like Palpatine. Wait, I can watch this. Your pitiful band on the forest moon of Endor will soon feel the might of this fully operational Death Star. So there we go. There was my little Emperor Palpatine. I stayed and you came on. So who else did get kicked out? That I do that well. Thank you, Eternity. I'm a little bit of a fanboy. I don't know if you can. What's the best way to do this? There's a stormtrooper on there somewhere and a tattoo. All right, I was trying to show you the thing, but Baby G, long time no see, Vixen. Where have you been, my Motel 6 date in 20 years' time? Although we might all be dead by then. Yeah, look what happened here. Whoa, fanboy's right. Yeah, there's is the Imperial insignia there, and that is Star Wars alphabet. So glad to have you, Baby G, and maybe you can give us a little. You're also in SoulCal. We got Woke from SoulCal, and Baby G in SoulCal, and also Team Workaholics out in SoCal. So you guys, obviously in a very, very large city, Los Angeles, my former stomping ground in home. And now, Toronto is also it's the fourth largest city in North America. LA would be the third. CNA, of course you get one. Yeah, so a little bit Eternity, you were asking about that. Let's get back to that before I do forget. And CNP, or CNA as he's now known. The reason everyone's got a wench, Eternity, is because these guys come back each and every week. They're part of the reason TSP TV keeps running and keeps pumping out episodes and live shows about nothing. but they come back each and every week. There's no need, we don't often get many outsiders, so everybody is equal to everyone in the little thrift fam community. Everyone kind of moderates themselves. We know we kind of pretty much let anything go in the comments here, unless of course you are a troll or it gets a little bit out of hand. We're often inappropriate. So why do we need people to police? We don't need a police state where we're gonna head that way ourselves. So we kind of moderate ourselves. That's how it works, and it just kind of shows that you guys are all part of this channel as much as me, the presenter, is, if that makes any sense. Yeah, we need to get, guys, if you haven't already, California Ninja Adventurer, he's one of the first of my viewers who kind of set up shop on YouTube of his own, started his own little channel. He's got a great little channel there. He's 10 subscribers away from 100. There's 18 of us. If you all go and subscribe to him right now, we could probably get him over that 100 mark. So let's all take a little bit of time to go and do that now. So yeah, you guys, and maybe if shit gets a little bit crazy and real, those of us who are in close proximity to each other, you might want to kind of maybe think about exchanging some details with one another and maybe kind of uniting. As much as it'd be nice that we could all kind of meet at a secret location and have our own little community, and a little bit like the prison when they were in The Walking Dead season 3. Remember that, Baby G? It's where we met Baby Girl. But not in prison, joined the season 3 of Walking Dead. But that's why she's Baby G, Baby Girl. But anyway, it would be great if we could have our own little prison community like they had in The Walking Dead, where we could kind of fend for ourselves, become self-sufficient. We've got everybody or everything we could possibly need to sustain a small community. We've got medical people, we have law enforcement, we have some criminals, we have some farmer, grower, gardener types. We have people who can build things. We have people who can cook. And we've got women that we could use if we needed to repopulate the globe. So what more would you need? But it would be nice if we did have a little thriftopia. So there you go, guys. Everybody's going in subbing to Cali Adventurer. So let's hope that we get him to his 100 subscribers. But we are sterile. Okay, well, maybe you could just be the fluffer, Almal, because we've got a lot of females to impregnate. Can't always perform as needed and as when required. He's at 90 now. Yeah, he was at 90 when I saw earlier. So well, if it gets to the shit hitting the fan, then yeah, we might all have to do a little bit of repopulate. But let's hope we don't get to those days anytime soon, as fun as that might be, having to single-handedly repopulate the globe. Thank you for doing that, Laurie. But as I was saying, maybe although we can't have our own little kind of community that would kind of become a harem, shit hitting the fan orgy, if Aztec has anything to do with it. Although, as I said, it wouldn't exactly be that much of a hardship. But still, some of you, if you are in close proximity and feel that want sort of some safety in numbers, or maybe the comfort of being with familiar people rather than risking it out with strangers, then maybe the time is to do so now, if you get what I'm saying. It wasn't so long yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got any of those EMP shields left, huh? Anyway, so back to what we were saying about people on the street. Eternity, are you still there? Let us know with your emoji, and maybe we'll get you on the phone call. But it seems that people that are in my local proximity just got back from being outside. I haven't left the house as of yet today and don't intend to. Maybe tomorrow I will get out and do a little bit of outside broadcasting, journalistic type recording for you all, and maybe tomorrow evening we'll come back and have another live show if you're down. There you go. Okay, so guys, listen, you're welcomed here, TSP. Hubby needs a smoking buddy. You're the other side of the continent though. So guys, listen, before we forget, now are 21 of you watching, let's try and get Eternity on the phone. We're going to use messenger call service. So give me a second to work that out. I've still got your guys' comments up. So if you're ready, Eternity, I'm pressing the call button now. Hello. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Hold on. I'm just going to pause your show. So you're not
yes,
echoing.
We don't need the background noise, unfortunately, or actually just put the volume down if you can, because it'll go off screen. You won't be able to read the comments if you...
Hold on.
Guys, can you hear Eternity okay? I'm talking to the viewers, not you. This is fun. We haven't done a call-in for a very, very, very long time.
I don't... Have we ever done one? I don't think we have.
We haven't. Before we go into I'm just putting the volume up so we can hear you good and proper. So yeah, I don't think we ever have done a call-in, and it's very, very long overdue, in fact, because partially you are the reason this channel kind of came to be and is. It was a long time someone was just talking about the Fugal days and EMP shields, and it was Hot Musket, I think, that you and I come to talking, and it was a little bit what I was just saying before we come online about people in local areas. Maybe the time to connect and get together is now if they want to kind of build a little bit of a safety in numbers community. Sadly, you're in Edmonton, am I correct?
Yes, there's like nobody, I don't think, in my area.
Yeah, you're like the lone kind of little prepper chick out there. Now, oh, bless her. Did you hear that little thing? You've sounded like a little pussycat kitten type thing there, and I do know you.
Nice. No, that was my cat.
It was your cat. Okay, I was going to say that was what I was going to say. You do have a lot of cats, but way back then in those Hot Musket, I'm just giving the viewers a little bit of background because obviously you and I know that, but many of the people here don't know who you are or kind of how important maybe you are to TSP as possibly the spark that ignited all this. But back during those Hot Musket days, you and I got talking and were a little bit fearful that maybe this Hot Musket might be something leading into martial law. And it was then that I give you the advice that, hey, if you're a little bit worried about preps, where should you go? This is your time to answer, Michelle.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I remember that. I remember being like a little bit on edge, and the night I talked to you, I had just spent like $300 at Canadian Tire stocking up on crap I didn't need. And like, seriously, I was stocking up on like stuff that I would need to live in the wilderness for X amount of months or years or whatever. And you were talking about going to the dollar store, and I was like, that's a really good idea. Like, never thought of it. Like, I had also gone to the grocery store, obviously, but yeah, it never occurred to me to go to the dollar store to get preps. So I owe you a lot because you've saved me a lot of money.
Oh, thank you. I kind of owe you a lot in many ways. So do the viewers owe you a lot because, as I said, kind of through that conversation, and you come back with cartloads of stuff, if I can recall. And didn't you also go to Bulk Barn and spend like $90 and get 2 bags of nuts or something?
Well, not quite 2 bags of nuts, but yeah, I actually do remember that now. I still have my Bulk Barn stash, but yeah, I mean, I I came away with a lot less from there. I think I spent like $100 and I came away like 2 bags of whatever, I don't know, soup mixes and crap like that, but a lot less than I expected for the money that I spent. So
That's right. And bulk buying's a little bit misleading here in Canada because you think you might be saving some money by going to, but it's premium. It's nothing cheap about buying in bulk at all there. But I pointed you in the direction of the Dollarama, and you know, for the same $100, you come away with 2 or 3 cartloads of stuff that a guy had to help you load up.
In fact, my first haul was $100 haul from there, and I was like, holy shit, I got a lot. I think I came back with like 5 or 6 bags full of like canned goods, and they were big bags. They had to help me carry them to my car.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm kind of limited. I don't have a car. I can only kind of grab what I can carry, which is why I do like the little $20 top-ups. Because, you know, I can get 20. But even $20 at the dollar store, you could put together a very basic week's worth of food.
Yeah, it goes so far.
And it does, and this is what I've kind of spread that knowledge. But it was from that, you know, you said at that time you should tell other people about this. Why don't you post in the Marfoogle group? And rather than post in the Marfoogle group, within 5 minutes, this channel was built and put together, and on a wing and a prayer, and making it up as I go, here we are. But in contemporary days, you are very interested in the sense that you've just come back from South America. And I did see those Facebook pictures of yours, you bitch, enjoying all that beautiful hot sunshine while I've been freezing here in Toronto. Seriously, Costanza and his shrinkage, I actually think I have a clitoris rather than a penis. But anyway, guys, explain your situation for the viewers, because you just come back and you were a little bit sick. What happened next?
Yeah, so I actually got sick going both ways. I always get sick when I travel somewhere warm, and it's either usually one way or the other, but this time I got sick both ways. But yeah, coming home, like, because I got sick going there, I was kind of more cautious, especially with all the warnings, coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. So I literally like sterilized everything in my seat. Like I wiped down with like wipes and hand sanitizer. I wiped down my tray table, I wiped down my seatbelt, I wiped down the seat and like all the armrest and everything I'd be touching, I wiped it down. And I thought it would keep me from getting sick maybe, but no, I still got sick. So probably the first day I was home, like I felt a little bit scratchy throat and whatnot. And the next day I was like, yeah, I'm like full blown sick, but it's pretty much just like a cold, right? But, yeah, I called my boss, and my boss was like, oh, that's no problem. You know, I'll take a couple of days and see how you feel. And with all the warnings and everything, I thought I should probably, because here in Alberta, they say call 811 if you have any symptoms at all, and they'll tell you where to go to get tested. And I wasn't really thinking about like being quarantined or isolated or anything like that. But I called them, and they're like, yeah, you need to quarantine yourself for 14 days. Here's where you go for testing. They're going to call you when they have like an appointment time for you. So I waited, I think like 24 hours, not even. They called me and told me to come in for the test. And yeah, sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit here.
No, that's okay. Take a little drink if you need to. There's a couple of questions. Yes, Aztec. This is Michelle. She was out in the tropics recently, and you can hear her coughing now. When she come back a few days, it's only this week you come back, right?
I came back last Thursday. My flight landed late last Thursday, and then I stayed overnight at my mom's place. She's like 70 years old. She's got no symptoms of nothing. So I really, like, I'm not worried at all. But, yeah, I went in for the test, and basically, like, I went in, they had, like, people dressed in their long plastic gowns and whatnot, and pretty much, like, they had their medical masks, but also, like, I don't know if this is an official thing, but it looked like a welder's mask to cover their whole face. So
okay, scary, kind of scary, like a movie a little bit, I'm guessing.
A little bit, but I sort of expected like hazmat suits. So to me, it was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's not as bad as I thought. But yeah, I had to go in. I had to sterilize my hands as soon as I went in with hand sanitizer. Then they send me into a desk. They take my information, blah, blah, blah. I sit down in a room full of other sick people that are all coughing their lungs out and whatnot. And like they give you a mask, of course, as soon as you come in.
Just
as well,
sorry
like,
to interrupt. How many other people were there, would you say?
It was full. The room was full.
Okay.
I couldn't believe, like, I was like, holy shit, like this is like a lot of people in here. I didn't think there would be nearly that many. But in Alberta, I don't know if all of Canada's like this, but they said if you have any symptoms, cough, fever, cold or flu symptoms or anything, go get tested or call 811 to get tested. And so 811 is the HealthLink line here. And they did like a quick assessment with me, asking, you know, do you have this symptom, that symptom, cough, fever, da da da. And I had the cough and fever, so they sent me for the testing.
Now, did you have to like have any injections? Did you have to give blood or anything? Was it a DNA swab? Okay, no. That's reassuring, because I've seen a couple of Connors are like, no, don't.
A friend of mine totally freaked me out because about 30 minutes before I was supposed to go in, like he's a real conspiracy theorist too, and about 30 minutes before I was supposed to go in for my test, I told him, yeah, so I'm on my way to go get my COVID test, and he's like, don't do it. He's like, the test is from China and that's how you get infected. And I'm like, what? So before they tested me, I was actually so can I see like the tube that the test comes in? Trying to see if it's from like made in China.
And that's very good advice. So if anyone else watching finds himself in a situation, make sure to ask to look at the tube. I'm
probably the only person that actually asked to see like where it's made and everything.
Very, very wise. That's kind of why you're part of this community, even though you are kind of a unhidden, unseen force behind this. Now, if you guys also don't know, Eternity, aka Michelle, runs TSP News, and she's the one that puts all those fantastic daily articles up for you. For those of you that do follow the Facebook TSP News, so I mean, we do have kind of a little bit of a team behind the scenes here that some of you don't even know about. And it's not as shit video production as you might think, but this is what I'm saying, guys. This is somebody that I actually know, and now you actually know, that is actually gone through this. This isn't hearsay. This isn't you getting information from an email that's been shared or something that's been designed to go viral. This is a real person telling you what happened during her COVID testing. So what happened sort of once it was done and carried out? What was their advice to you then?
They just told me, regardless of whether it comes back positive or negative, I still have to quarantine myself at home for the 14 days. They gave me like a handout for self-isolation and how to go about doing self-isolation. So I'm allowed to like order groceries online and have them delivered, and like just not have contact with the people that deliver it. So just tell them, leave it at the door.
Interesting.
You know, I can still like take out my garbage and stuff like that. But if I have contact with people, like if I'm around anybody, like if somebody were caretaking me, if I was sick, I'd have to like have a mask on, and they'd have to have a mask on, and try to keep like 6 feet of distance between us and stuff like that. But I live alone, so with my cats.
You and your cats, probably quite smart. As I said, I'm why we're a little bit like-minded is we're both lone wolves. We both kind of prep together, and over the months we've followed kind of probably similar patterns around Dollarama, even in different cities. But anyway, I'm just reading a couple of comments. People are saying that you're very, very cool, and they're kind of a little bit wowed by your.
Thanks, everybody.
Wowed by your story. Now, Alma wants to know, was the test negative? Now, you haven't heard yet, right? Is that what I'm...
Yes, I did have it. They got me in, oh my God, they told me even less time than the phone call was like, oh, we can get you in at 8 p.m. tonight. And I was like, really? Okay, so I went there like 8 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock, the room was full. And actually, the lady that did my test, she told me they were doing over 1,000 tests per day at that time, and we only had 4 cases in Alberta at that time.
Okay, so and you're off for what, 14 days, did you say? Quarantine.
Yeah, so
And your
the
company, they're
19th
paying you for
is
this?
Yeah, well, I work for the government, so, and I did actually like wrangle a note out of them at the testing clinic. Like
Okay.
they just basically wrote on my test, or like on the test paper, they put like a note saying that I had attended the COVID clinic and blah blah blah. So my work has no problem covering it. The odd thing is my boss was kind of pissed at first because like I was just off work for like 5 weeks, right?
That's right.
I left work January 30th and I was supposed to be back March 5th and working by March 8th. And she's like, when I first called her and told her I had called them, she's like, well, what did you call them for? You probably don't have it. And she was kind of like annoyed with me. But then like a few days later, I talked to her like and told her like I'm going for the test and everything. And she's like, you know, it's probably good that you did take those steps, because can you imagine if I had to like quarantine our whole office because you had potentially been exposed and blah blah blah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, yeah. Like,
so you've got
now
like
she's
an
a little
extra
more
couple
on
of
board.
like a staycation at the end of your vacation. Sorry,
Pretty
somebody
much.
was amazed that you work for the government. I can assure you she's not a secret agent or a CIA, FBI. You work for like the 311
No, I
public
work for income support,
income support.
which is like welfare, but it's over the phone and it's only like after hours emergencies.
Okay, so there you go, guys. For welfare department, nothing like the CIA or the FBI. Some people were
No.
worried there, but I can legitimately say, hey, I got a government official's account of their COVID-19 testing experience. So sorry, I still didn't hear, or if I did, I forgot. Did the test come back negative or not? Are you still waiting?
I'm still waiting. I just got called today and I didn't have my ringer on my phone turned on. And so I missed the call and they had just left me a message saying, this is HealthLink. Don't try to call us. We'll call you back. And that was it. And I tried to call them back anyways. But the HealthLink line here is like overwhelmed. Like it's busy all the time. It took me, the first time I called when we only had 4 cases, it took me 2.5 hours to get through to them.
Wow, 2.5 hours.
I was just like, oh, I guess I'll just wait.
And were you on hold that whole time, or was it like 2.5 hours of repeating, try again?
No, I was basically like, it was kind of weird because there wasn't even any hold music or anything for the first half of the call. There was like just silence, and I was like, am I even getting through to anybody? But then all of a sudden the hold music came on. But yeah, it was like they're obviously swamped and they don't have like enough staff to take care of all the calls they have right now.
Yeah.
And plus it looks like if they're calling people back.
Yeah, they're gonna expect you to like maybe work from home or something. Can they do that? Redirect a phone line?
Right now I'm just like considered taking like sick leave benefits, but I'm assuming if the test were to come back positive, I'd probably end up having to work something out with my boss to work from home. And it's kind of hard to do because I've been trying to work from home for like 2-3 years now. I've been asking, and she's like, no, it's not possible because we work with confidential like information like social insurance numbers and stuff like that. So they don't want us taking home that information and having it and having to like shuffle the paperwork back and forth and stuff like that. So I don't know what they would have me doing, but probably like admin kind of stuff.
I get you. Okay, just to clarify, a couple of people are worried. Oh my God, she works for the government. Yeah, don't worry. That's not what's concerning them. No, your eyes opened to Marfugel a long time ago, I think.
For sure.
Yeah,
yes.
Guys, she wouldn't be on the phone with me if that was. Have faith in your uncle TSP, please. But yeah, no, Michelle's definitely seen through that charade. I can tell you that much. So listen, Michelle, I'm not going to keep you any longer because you do have a little bit of a cough and a dry throat. We don't want to make that any worse by keeping you going on. But thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story. with us and everyone. As I said, guys, this is somebody that's actually gone through this. This isn't hearsay. This isn't something that's been shared multiple times on social media news feeds. This is a real life person that has to did it go through this. So fingers crossed for you, Michelle, that your test results come back negative, and luckily for you, you are a prepper. You're not too worried about sitting out a couple of weeks of quarantine. You can catch up on a little bit of Will and Grace and do your nails and
Exactly.
play with your cats and hopefully catch up on some of my videos while you're at it. So I'm going to let you go tonight. Again, thank you very much.
Alrighty.
You can go and
Thank
hang out
you.
in the chat or go and get drunk, whichever you choose. So thank you
I
very
do
much
both.
again. And again, ladies and gentlemen, without Michelle, we probably none of us would be here tonight. So extra thanks for that as well. And hopefully you won't be such a stranger. We'll try and get you back a little bit more often if we can. So take care, feel
Yeah.
better, and lots of love and
Alright,
hugs
thank
to you.
you.
And no, thank you.
Okay.
So there you go, guys. That was an awesome phone call. Now I've seen something. Crying Hippie just wandered in. We've got to do something for you, Crying Hippie, if we can. Sorry, I've got to get the right phone for that. So guys, what did you make of that phone call? That was amazing information. I thought certainly insightful, to say the least. So I've got a little bit of echo there. And where's Crying Hippie go? What did he say? Crying Hippie, you just got your wench. I'm really pissed off that the fact I can't buy crap here. I have no money anyways. The facts, the all drain the toilet paper, the stupidity of the idiots around me. You said something about you just got back from Loblaws, right? I can't believe I'm typing that the idiots here have drained our shelves of toilet paper and half store is empty. I have nothing but 4 TV dinners and 3 eggs. And I can say is drop the stream and run to any store for toilet paper. I'm good on that front, Crying Hippie, but thank you for the heads up. So you just got back now in literally the shelves are empty. Is that what you're saying? They're half empty here in Toronto. Which Loblaws was that? Out of interest. Because the idiot strained it here. Yeah, no, I was out the other day having a little look around. So yeah, I just checking back again. Thank you, Eternity. That was a great call. And guys, please be a little bit more trusting of your TSP. So our area, okay. Then the bank runs. So this is what we're talking about. We're very, very early in these stages. And like yesterday, the reports were people were stocking up. And I think, possibly today, fueled by what they saw yesterday on local news, they've gone up and drained. And as again, it seems so bizarre that everybody is thinking of toilet paper and not necessarily food. That was the first thing that I noticed in the no-frills on Tuesday, that toilet paper was empty, but there was still an abundance of food. Your uncle TSP, that's right. Think of me as your uncle TSP. And your aunt Eternity. There you go, folks. So as I say, we do got a lot that sometimes does go on when we're not making videos behind this screen, and we do have a little, pretty decent community of eyes on the street and knowledgeable folks trying to bring you as much information as we possibly can. So come on, guys, what's been going on in your neck of the woods? Have you found any more interesting stuff that's gone on in the last hour or so that we might need to inform each other about? So that's what I'm talking about, folks. You can use newspapers, you can use magazines, you can use old socks, you can use a fucking hand towel, you can use the you can find ways to wipe your butt. There's no need to be fucking buying toilet paper like it's going out of style. But anyways, something, what did you say that was funny, Share Bear? The toilet paper apocalypse has erupted. Invest in TB. Is probably joke as you might. I'm pretty certain that this is been by design, and people have been programmed to go out and buy toilet paper. We've said this in pretty much all of these kind of 2020 Corona COVID titled videos, that people are being programmed to behave, and this is why is it a social engineering experiment, and everyone seems to be copycatting what they're seeing each other doing and buying rolls and rolls of toilet paper. If or not, all these people have, you know, well-stocked pantries at home, don't need to worry about food, but toilet paper is the one thing they're short on, then that's be it. But people have been programmed into this, and we mentioned many times that people are profiting big time off of these panic preppers that are suddenly going out, and in the last couple of days have suddenly turned to putting together an emergency pantry at the last minute. But you know, at least some people have gone out to do it, but food's already gone. It hasn't even been 2 days here in the city. Most of the supermarkets are pretty empty and bare. It's pretty certain that probably within a few days or two they're going to shut their stores up because there's nothing left for them to sell. So this is what we're saying. We're kind of a sports support group. We're trying to report what we're seeing in our streets and cities, rather than having to rely on information that has been spoon-fed to us. What are you talking about? Rations? It's nuts. It's nuts. And as I said, I mentioned a little bit, $9.99 for a roll of TP anytime. Texas Panhandle. So did we lose little baby G and our other Soul Cow crew? Seen woke. Oh hey Heidi, I didn't notice that you had crawled in. So we've got 23 folks watching, it looks like. At Walmart, the young kids were being to the old woman greeting. No respect. They spit on the floor and threw stuff on the floor because they was mad. Oh, what? Because they couldn't find anything? Vinegar and Pedialyte are highly overlooked. I've actually got some Pedialyte in the pantry. I think I got one can of it. I think I bought it as a, you know, you can add this in with your oatmeal and stuff if you need a extra dose of nutrients. I made toilet paper for in the living room. I'd like to see pictures of that, Andrew. That'd be interesting. Trip, yeah, I've got some vinegar in the pantry for a good cleaning. I've also got some Lysol, but it would be interesting to see if anyone put options or something, because you can put options on stocks and shares, be it they rise or if they go down. But yeah, toilet paper fort would be quite fun. I wonder if people are going to start putting pictures of them in their toilet paper forts in social media over the coming days, because as I said, I do think this is a little bit of social engineering, and this is kind of where a lot of people's news and information is coming from on this virus, is via their social news feeds. Not many people bother looking at the internet. TV channels, you know, cable TV is almost a thing of the past, as people are streaming, and this is why we're turning to one another now to let us know what's going on in our neck of the woods, so that can sort of help her gain a greater knowledge of what really is going on, and not what we're being told to. Alias, you can make your own hide, and this is great. People coming together, giving hints and tips in these dark times. You can make your own hydration drinks: lemon, honey, potassium, salt, and something for flavor. Yeah, we've heard about the kombucha many times. Aztec, don't you make some kombucha as well, or something like that? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I don't know. My kitty always shows her bunghole. Thanks for that, Andrew. I'm sure we can all rest that much sweeter knowing that Your kitty shows her your bunghole. It's 24 folks now. My goodness. I can make ginger bug and sourdough starter. Now, when you're talking about bugs, are you meaning like insect bugs? Wait a minute. What did Jasper said? Brazil's ambassador to the US Test Plus. He's fourth in the Brazilian delegation. If you need Lysol, go to the air freshener section. No one is thinking to look there. They look out the cleaning section. Wise words from eternity there. Yeah, also, if you've got some bleach, just mix it with a little bit of water and sort of spray it on your hands. Yeah, and sometimes also, like, God, car places, they have kind of wipes and stuff for the inside of cars and things that are designed to be kept in the glove box. You know, you wipe down dashboards and stuff. That's another place that you might be able to find some sanitizing wipes and things like that. Hey, Trip, glad to see you. Did you just arrive, buddy? I know, Woke. And I heard they are coming in style. Can't imagine would feel a little violated. What are you talking about? Violated? William Mason, he's got 10 gallons of non-fragrance bleach. Ha ha ha. Trip's been busy. What have you been busy doing, Trip? You've been stocking up, trying to get some last minute. Hey, how are you doing, ATN? Glad to have you. Let us know what's going on out in your neck of wood. That's kind of what we're here tonight to do, sort of share stories of what we're seeing on our local streets and cities. So let us know. You are out in Quebec City. You are law enforcement. So we've had government officials and law enforcement on the channel tonight. Oh, we did say we're going to try and get the Discord up. Let me go and have a little look if there's anything going on in Discord right now. No, nobody's chatting at all. So no one's made a comment since I posted the link. So all right, we can possibly come back to that. I will stay in because I've got so many phones going on to monitor each and every form of communication. So if anyone does want to maybe try and get the Discord group chat thing going and we can tell our own stories rather than type it, if anyone's down for that. But that was a little bit hit and miss last time we tried. Maida Montana owns a cleaning company, so I got cleaning stuff. Now, Maida Montana, just out of interest, my darling, as you own a cleaning company, would you be able to perhaps help out Thrift Fam in Need who might need some cleaning products of their own? Is it that kind of thing, or you know? Yeah, probably, but they've been around. Is Jasper drunk? I don't know. Are you drunk, Jasper? If you are drunk, that would be some humorous way to out the thing. But we can actually say, you know, this is something I can legitimately say within context. It's not fraudulent to say that we actually had a government official on tonight telling us about the coronavirus testing. Not sure how many other YouTube channels can claim that this evening, but TSP can claim that. I don't know where Jasper went. Maybe some of you all, I did notice as well in the comments, were talking about you're getting a little bit of buffering and stuff going on. Alias, I think you were getting some buffering issues during that phone call. And of course, we already had where the stream just froze. My YouTube app just stopped working, kicked me out completely. But luckily we were able to resume this. Can I will, but not right now, Trip. But I tell you what, I will break out. Guys, are you ready for this? Maiden, no, I gotta be greedy. It's all called for. I got you. No, I was just, it doesn't hurt to ask, okay? And I'm sure we all understand for sling shit and that's what I'm telling you. look. I remember where I put her. Taxi just ate a piece. This is brilliant. Ribbit's dogs just ate an edible inadvertently. I'm gonna do a video on that Aztec because I actually don't got like a cloth to use it. Her blue eyes shadow. I found her. Funny enough, I've got like. Let me take you on a little. I mean, this is kind of my living space here, right? Okay. See that? That's some of my sneakers. Oh, that's my little soccer group. We had our own beer brewed. I got this, like, you can't even see. This is like the little, there's like the boiler and stuff there. But I've got like some DVDs in a little bookshelf over there. She was tucked up in there. I'd forgotten that's where I'd put her. Baby P, we should possibly keep track of how many times Al Mal spits coffee. Just like we keep tracks of my burps on the ration reviews. My basement's got one of those drains in the middle down in the boiler room. That's right, Al Mal. I got me one of those basements with a drain. Maiden, where's Maiden going? I gotta eat now. Check you later. Oh my god, that's something I also need to do. Look at that, another hour has gone back. I ride her hard and put her away where indeed. Sometimes I don't put her away at all, but I was gonna. Oh my god, like I did about 6 puffs to try and blow her up, and like it's nowhere near blown up. And I nearly collapsed. Look, Almo, there's a little bit of the post-it that you stuck on there. So that was the toilet paper that I needed. Unfortunately, look what's happened already. Actually, do you know what? I can go and plug that in. So yeah, I did want to dress her up. Yo, honestly, that blow-up doll would not turn me on. That shit is, yeah, no, you've got to be a little bit fucking special, I think, to get off on this. But it doesn't have any like holes either, Aztec. It just, you'd only have to dry hump it. It's not like it's even got anything you could put your meat stick inside. And she's got the tiniest little fucking sparrow's kneecaps for boobs as well. It's not like you can even sort of squash them together and give yourself an inflatable titty fuck. But thank you nonetheless, Al Mal. Al Mal's crying, but yeah, she sent me the one and only world, the world's only orifice-free sex doll, and it doesn't even got an open mouth. It's almost like having a wife again. And folk are crying out there. Yeah, it is. I mean, you can get some really good sex dolls that cost an arm and a leg. I'm guessing this might have been like a kind of novelty store sex doll rather than Al Mal actually went into an adult toy shop and selected this one as the best one they had. But yeah, this I really don't imagine. I mean, maybe a teenage boy when you kind of first start getting erections and you kind of ejaculate for the first time. Maybe a teenage boy would go to town on this a little bit like a small cocker spaniel goes to town on the vicar's leg. So sorry, I was got to go back and read Eternity's Laughing. So yeah, we've kind of turned this into a little bit comedic after the groundbreaking, insightful phone call from Eternity and her COVID testing experience. So I'm still looking to see if any of you all have got some more information out there. Oh my god, Amazon straight from China. She's not only is doesn't she have any holes to entertain you with? She also comes with a potential STD or global disease. Who knows? Maybe she come from Wuhan, the blow up hoe from Wuhan. The question is, how does that? I don't think you could bend it over. I mean, you'd have to probably let some air out of it, and maybe if it wasn't as blown up, you could sort of fold it over a little bit. But why would you bend it over? There's no hole, Aztec. Are you sure you're not getting turned on? Like you said, you it doesn't turn you on, but you're kind of like thinking about, hang on a minute, well, maybe if you bent it over, it might not look so bad. I mean, we've all had that girl. We've all been there. Just as long as I don't look at her, it's still sex. And it's better than a wank. I see it as a lung for smoke. That's a good idea. Maybe I could start recycling my marijuana. Every time I smoke, I could blow it in there, and then if I do ever run out, I could squash it back in. Yeah, I am a little bit crazy, I think. The blowhole. Well, one story, this old Asian lady came in, says I caught my 13-year-old whacking it and wanted an ass and pussy doll. Searched through till I found one with pubes. It had to have pubes. Pussy farts. Oh my god, hang on. You've all had that vagina that sounds like this. Let me know if those sound effects let you know. Okay, so how come we've started talking about pubes and vibrators all of a sudden? I mean, I know this is TSP TV. So much for the Discord. Still no one's bothered to post anything in there. Oh wait, here's a pic. Sorry, Eternity just sent me a picture. That's it, the No Frills. Look, that was the No Frills brand that I saw the other day. Oh my god, Aztec was on speaker. Yeah, you know, the vacuum, it happens. Like the first time it happens, it freaks you the fuck out. It's like, am I doing something wrong? Should it sound like that? I don't know. I've never heard this before. But you know, Alias, they had a special on Brazilians. I don't know how I ended tuning in for this of all shows. I don't know how we get there. Sometimes this is why we don't plan these things so much. Eternity, but sooner or later we do get to a little bit of inappropriateness somewhere along the line. It's not a TSP TV low. Aztec got some weird looks. Nancy, oh my. So we do try to kind of go out on a laugh if we can on the live shows, especially during this pandemic. Time to put on the old headphones from Aztec. So guys, I'm still waiting for some of you to tell us what's much drunken love for the TSP crew. Trip, are you drunk? Poo box. I think I've forgotten about. We are going to shoot a prepper baby out of the slingshot, but we might wait until it's warm. We might even wait till spring break for that. If, of course, we get that far. We are, as I say, in the stage of a pandemic. Who knows how this pandemic is going to pan out, what's next. But I'm pretty certain that lockdown isn't so far away. Martha, you're my kind of girl, smoking a bowl for you. Atta girl, smoke too. Almal hasn't laughed this hard in about 2 or 3 months. How much coffee have you lost as a result of this evening? We're glad that you are laughing again. You know, we are in a little bit of a serious time in world history right now. But we've always said laughter is the best humor, and we are trying to be as light-hearted about it as we can. I was hoping, like I said, some of you guys might be bringing some. No, actually, I didn't. Should we do that now? Where did I put it? Somewhere. It's still here. Let's go for it. I'm at my mum's, and she heard the sound effects. Hello, Aztec's mum. Elmo, it was good comic relief. Nancy loves us all. Needs some of that here in there. Indeed we do. And as I said, we are in a little bit of a pandemic. But the edibles, they come from my marijuana dispensary, Elmo. When you buy an ounce of weed, they send you a free edible. So actually, this one does, if you remember, the last one I had was supposed to be watermelon, but it was actually bong water jello flavor. Oh, there's the bong water taste. It's kind of, when you first put it in your mouth, it's like, oh, there's the cherry. But once you start to chew, that's when the bong juice comes into play. But there is the information. I ate 2 last time and it fucked me up. Oh, this is only 200. God, it really does taste like bong water jello. Yeah, if you can remember, Al, 1978 was here last time, and she thought she wanted to coin that phrase. I'm so high, I'm putting in a TSP. Brilliant, glad to hear that. Have my Colonex rooting gel. Whatever floats your boat, William. Whatever your advice, my friends. No judgment here at the TSP TV family. Rocking on Friday the 13th in an epidemic. That's not rhyming. Woke, yeah. Eternity. Laughter. You're agreeing with Almal. That's all you get, a damn gummy. Here for an ounce, you get 3 gram of top shelf edible free. Yeah, well, this is the thing, Aztec. At your place where you get your 3 gram, can you buy a quarter pound for $400? Less than $400 with a free gummy thrown in. I mean, maybe you can. But I think they actually, the reason they're giving them out free is I think they like bulk bought them, started selling them, got bad feedback that they taste like Jello bong water or bong water. TSP Army, I do like that. I did think about being a TSP Army, but somehow we become the thrift fam. But I think, William, I see you're cultured. Like somehow finds like, Aztec. And those of you who haven't met William, he kind of stumbled across us on Wednesday and was a little bit worried. And then all of a sudden, yeah, I'm with like-minded people. He's also done some military service. Did I just see Killer Kyle walk in? No, they didn't. Yeah, well, I actually got a couple of days off, Killer Kyle. Glad to see you, brother. So we haven't seen you in a live feed for a while, so we're on a little bit of a surprise bonus. And as I say, Friday is a little bit rare that we go there, but here we are. The pandemic, first 48. Oh, bless you, Andro. That's nice. We are your army. Could we be a militia? It sounds more cool, I think. A little bit more edgy. Yeah, we're a TSP militia. But yeah, I was just saying, guys, that William served some military service, so please thank him for his time. Been working nights and I'm off tonight. Well, glad you are. You're in good company, although we'll probably be wrapping up a little bit shortly. Blah blah, many ding dongs, Krispy Kreme, etc. It's all smoke now. So yeah, guys, as I said, we were hoping maybe we have a few more stories and tales of what you're seeing on the streets, but somehow we started talking about other things. So never mind. We might be coming back tomorrow. Sorry for those of you who didn't see. This was Aztec. He said he broke his pipe. Can we see it well? Broken pipe. Poor Aztec. Yeah, we should live a little, and who knows if we've got that much long left to live, we might as well go out in a puff of smoke, right? Somehow. So hopefully we can get Alias. She actually does want the pandemic panty pad I put on my face in part 1 of tonight's pandemic first 40 ounce. Looks like a dildo. There you go, Al. Bring up the fun. But as it seems to get in that a lot of you are all kind of laughing, and we're all in agreement that laughter is indeed, oh my god, that fucking gum is giving me gummy cotton mouth already. It looks a little bit like let's kind of forget about what's going on in your corner and maybe try to, oh wait, someone has put something up. Agenda Free TV Corona. Shall we put that up on and see what's going on? Oh, there's an advertiser already. I'm still need to eat.
Yes, the Washington Post is now reporting it. Washington Post, Esther Forrester, who sat with.
Hang on a second, guys. Let's put this on.
Nestor Forrester, who sat with President Trump's table, sat at President Trump's table. Oh, he sat at President Trump's table.
Wait, is Trump got it now? Oh no, it's acting ambassador.
President Trump's table.
Killer Kyle's talking about the National Guard. Have you seen them in your neck of the woods, Killer, or have you heard something? Is that something you heard? So this is Agenda Free TV. I actually do subscribe to this guy, although I don't often watch religiously. A second person who visits Trump's Margot estate last week. Concerns about pandemic rippled across the road. More events cancelled. Schools. Okie dokie. So I'm gonna come out of there and come back to our live feed. Oh, Aztec. Is that something you're growing, my friend? So I'm sorry, back to this National Guard. Is that something that's happening? Because we were just chatting a little while ago in the previous. Hey, Glynis, long time no see. Glad to have you back. So maybe we will get back on track with what's going on in your neighborhood. Yeah, Elmal, tell Killer, what's going on with the? Oh, just heard a rumor. I'll see if I can find it. Okay, well, you're in the Discord. If you can, put it in there and we'll get it up and have a little look. You have made me smile so much in this little time, Mule. Good times with the TSP crew. Glad to hear that woke in SoCal. Kind of a little bit kind of why we're doing these kind of pandemic light, or why I've chose to do these pandemic kind of live feed, is because, you know, we are a little bit of a community. We are in this together. The kind of support group type of mentality that we've had probably is never more needed than it is now. Some of us are there on our own. Some of us might be a little bit afraid. Our little Nancy down there in the bio's all on her own, just as Eternity is up in Edmonton. She's just on her own with her cats, and she's also in quarantine waiting for the results of her COVID test. So some of you guys that are alone in that, you're not alone anymore at the Thrift Fam, or part of the TSP army. Oh my goodness, I've lost the that's why. Hold on. Hopefully I've got your comments back. Yes, I do. Oh my god, but still got 20 folks watching. Correction officer tested positive in Washington, and that's going to be interesting. How is this going to affect the folk in incarceration? Oh my goodness, there was a fucking weed edible burp for you, baby P. Glynis is freaking out. Well, hopefully don't freak out so much. You're in good company. That's a little bit kind of why we're here. Stop some of you all freaking out a little bit. So what are you freaking out about, Glynis? Do you have preps on hand? You know, do you got some of you know, do you have food on hand? Have you got toilet paper? Have you got some things that you need? Like, you're not without anything. It's also cathartic when you pass as low. I don't know what I've missed there. Do we count that as 5 or should we start? No, you just keep counting how many burps through the night. I do got to eat something. Oh, gas. Thank you, Almal. Thank you for that. So okay, so that was just a rumor. If I find it, I thought it. Yeah, we're kind of trying to use the Discord. ATN likes Aztecs weed. So that was what we were kind of trying to do. Maybe if you guys had some interesting stuff, put in the Discord, we'll bring it up into the attention. We've already had Eternity, aka Michelle, on the line, telling her about us experience and a little bit about our history together and how she was very, 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 very influential and a big part of the reason that TSP TV is a thing. Kind of without our little chat and without us meeting during that Operation Piss-Filled Water Pistol, I mean Hot Musket, we wouldn't be here now. So it's been a bit of a night. Oh, that's weed. I thought it was a weird cactus. Hold on just a moment. Do you know what I'm gonna do? So I'm just putting the kettle on. I'm going to make myself a ramen. I was going to use my chili. Like, would you find it gross if I use the same bowl? But I looked at it and thought, yeah, that is actually gross. I haven't washed it up yet. But not to worry. Oh my God. I knew I had it somewhere. You know who's missing? Hoopties. Martha, what's happened, darling? My son works in a grow house. Martha, what were you chatting about? Somebody? West Texas Utility is waiving all cut off during the shutdown. Well, they shut the power down? What's going on, Martha? Have we missed something? No, I'm not going for bat ramen, but Hoopties, that's who's missing. She sent me this. It's a little ramen cooker. It's the Rapid Ramen Cooker. World's fastest and easiest way to cook ramen noodles. And I got some of these the other day. I did say if you wanted to watch me and TT review these, let me know in the comments, but nobody did. Nancy, okay, I can hear you. That's because I walked away. Oh, okay. Martha's saying if you are scheduled for a cut-off for non-payment, they're going to leave it on. This is what I'm saying, Elmo. We know sometimes how we will people, you of all people, sometimes you more than anybody has appeared when we've talked about you, and I'm pretty sure those are watched. So Corey Glynis, you were telling us what you're worried about. We're trying to alleviate a little bit of your concerns and worries. Yeah, that's what I thought for a little bit, or maybe they were cutting it off across the state. But Hoopdies, come and join us. She sent me this little ramen cooker, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one of these little you can see there, I've got 15% battery. I forgot to charge the phone during the thing. Yikes. So I'm going to eat my ramen and then possibly bring this to an end and chill out for the remainder of this Friday night. So I don't often get Friday nights off. Oh my god, if I can remember, I had one of these Lucky Me's before, and that's like fucking pure garlic. It's solid. I'm not going to use that. That's what you get in the Lucky Me. You've got a little seasoning pouch, and look how small they are. Oh my god. On my cone is I cough or sneeze. I have a runny nose because of being outside, and I think, oh my god, do I have it? I guess. And I kind of think that's possibly a little part of the design of this COVID, because people do tend to cough and sneeze in wherever you are in the world about now. Sometimes a little bit of stuff. I do got the power back charged. Okay, so I've also got myself some tea. And I'm pretty certain that this is going to be nowhere near. Sorry, you can see what I've done there. Just poured the water in. But I'm pretty certain this isn't going to be nowhere as near as spicy in there. Sorry, let's go back to some of those comments. Oh my Almal, we can't lose you. Stay safe. No, we can't lose Almal. Sorry, yeah, we can't charge. Just right, I have COVID on your arms and permanent marker. What's going on with Almal? Where are they going to drag you off to? Your neighbors would kill and eat you. I was going to be rude, but your husband might be listening. Almal can't beat them, join them. So I'm trying to pour the chili. I didn't make a hole big enough. I'm trying to get the sometimes a smaller hole is better than a big baggy hole. You can distribute it easier in each corner. Get any of you guys getting some ASMR from this? Alright, so I did use the whole seasoning packet. I do sometimes advise not to use it all. People are posting, what was that? People are posting pics all over Oregon of empty shelves. I switched Oregon Walmart on Twitter and whoa, okay. Do you want to maybe pass some links there into the Discord? I want the sprayer that connects to the toilet. Such a good idea. I would go to Tijuana, wait, or Juarez rather. That's not on the lighter note. So let's put the soy sauce in. As I said, that's garlic. I tried it before and it's rank. I don't really like garlic, to be honest with you. At the best of times, and somehow I got soy sauce over my lap. Anyone know if China is still under lockdown? Alright, let's see how hot and spicy these are. Oh wait, you know what? I will just use the same spoon. Just give it a rinse off. JMad has no wrench. It's okay. Hey JMad, glad to see you here. Any reports from your neck of Toronto you want to share? What's been going on? You seen any empty signs? Has anybody started looting yet? Did you get yourself stocked up? Are you ready to sit out the quarantine if need be? Sorry, I'm kind of half cleaning up and trying to get that. So you're where are you? Northeast of the city, if I'm right in remembering. Quine Hippie said that the Loblaws he just come back from. I'm going to Costco early before it opens. Hopefully they have some shit left for you, brother. I'm kind of we were saying a little bit before that I was going to smash the fools out of the way. God, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, that was it. Earlier we were talking about maybe like tomorrow there might not be shit left because a lot of places started emptying yesterday, and by all accounts today, North York, yeah, that's right. There's a chance that there might not be very much left. So hopefully, when you get to the Costco, you'll be able to get some stuff. But folk are saying it's getting a little bit crazy down here in downtown. These are not the droids you're looking for. I don't have it, but it's also on my mind. I live with my 92-year-old mum and just scared for her and myself as I look after my teenage kids. Yeah, no, it is scary, and you got every right, to be a little bit concerned. Let's not like rule out anything here, and it'd be foolish to not be concerned. Bro, we're screwed. You think so? How come? What's been going on? Have I missed something in the last hour or so that's going on in Toronto? No, I didn't. I mean, luckily, brother, I do kind of prep. I don't really have much need to go out in panic buy like most people. Almau, there's lots of helicopter activity around you. But I did see on CP24 that they were lining up in large numbers, and people were talking about 2-3 hour waits. Morning shots of a dead man. Same, but when I went on Tuesday, it wasn't that bad. But Tuesday, it wasn't the global pandemic that it is on Wednesday. So yeah, I was watching CP24 yesterday. Spring break starts today in BC. Kid comes home on Sunday. Do I keep her home? I would. Pretty good ramen. There is some spice, not a great amount of it. I know a border agent who was sent to Washington for training, border patrol training DC. Yeah, there's no borders in DC, right? I don't think this is no joke. No, there's certainly TP foamy bunghole. All schools close here. They close the schools here. What are they saying about you at work, JMad? Are you being given any time off or anything, any protocol procedures you've been handed down you might be able to pass on? I understand being 30. I mean, you do what you think's best. It probably is. It's really not spicy at all. I think if you didn't like spicy food, then you would. But I do. It's kind of a very low level of spice. I'm a detox, but a daily one, and they will stop the program. All right. So you check in the morning, then check in the afternoon. That's a little bit scary, especially if you are in detox. You think they might give you takeouts or something or whatever you need to get through that? I heard New York, SoCal, Texas might be serving indictments if they start power outages. Interesting. That is interesting. If they have the ability to not, the California power outage. Are we buffering again? Looks like we are. No, it's just regular ramen noodle. Oh, do you want to see some of them? That's them. Goodbye food stamps. Goodbye social security. Free childcare. They're going to give them indictments to the companies, I guess, if they pull power outages during this time. My mum's a teacher and the school's closed. Yeah, they've closed down all the schools, but that's kind of like, again, it's a little bit convenient that it's spring break here in Canada, so a lot of kids are going to be home anyway. No buffer here. Okay, I was buffering. It's the panty liners. Oh, never seen that brand. They're from, look where they come from. Dollarama, $1.25. Femline for all your menstruation needs. 2 weeks ago, I got 2 flats of ramen for 26 cents at Walmart. I almost got an erection when they were 10 cents a pack at the No Frills here. Yeah, I got no credit on the Thrift Fam phone, which is about to die. We've only got a little bit of battery life left, so I will probably round this up very, very shortly. As I said, I'm kind of put my feet up. Maybe, I mean, at the minute, guys, I'm a little bit strapped for cash due to the fact that I was off a little while ago. I seem to remember mentioning I had some time off from my hip, and because it kind of overlapped to the pay cut off in the new pay, I got on two paychecks where I've lost some money, so I haven't actually had enough spare to put the thrift phone back on. It was a little bit of a luxury kind of thing at the moment, so maybe we can get that up and running perhaps, and take some call-ins next week. I actually do have another guest caller lined up. All the batteries are going down now, so the signal's saying time to recharge and call out, I think. But can you guys remember Annie Bedell, the author and the lady behind Prepper Chicks brand group on Facebook? Well, she's going to be coming back hopefully next Wednesday to do a little call and let add her thoughts on everything that's going on. Oh my goodness, I need to go. That's what I need to do. Go to my PO box, and I can't. That's another thing I can't afford at the minute. J-Mad's got so obsessed with Sasquatch. I've always liked Sasquatch and Big Feet stories. And then this week, as I mentioned, why we're going live tonight is I only got 3 days on my schedule at the moment, and I'm not sure if by Sunday my place of work is going to be remained open. Many people seem to be shutting up shop, I think, and it's only a matter of time, I think, before we're in lockdown. Eternity has to pee. The PO box for me is $65 for 3 months. The only trouble is I owe 6 months money, so it's up to $120. And kind of the way things are going at the minute, who knows what's going to go. But yeah, I should have paid it December, and now I was September to December, so I should have paid in December for January up until March. So maybe actually I only owe 3 months, which would be a relief if I do, but it will only be a matter of time. But yeah, I did take it a little bit in the butt, losing a week's work through sickness, and now I'm kind of a couple of days short, and I'm kind of pulling at the sympathy strings, but that is a real situation, and we don't know what's going to be going on in terms of whether we're going to be on lockdown or what. There was a post from my work on their Facebook site, Facebook page, that they are taking this very seriously and considering the next steps for the safety of employees and customers. And we were talking earlier that we're pretty much expecting to go on lockdown at some point. It's a matter of when, not if it happens. If I die, I die. Normally I kind of do all right. I kind of have a full-time job, and that pays the bills and gives me not a great deal left over for comfort and a few little treats and, dare I say, a couple of luxuries now and then. But unfortunately, but as I said, unfortunately, I did have to take a little time off work, and don't get paid for sick leave, unfortunately. So I was hoping to get over that, but it's going to be a little while before I do. Sorry to hear that. Thank you guys. I do appreciate that. I really do appreciate your kind support and generosity with getting behind the TSP channel like that, TSP TV, with your kind donations, and hopefully I can sort some stuff out in the coming days. But yeah, we do have another caller lined up for you next week, and if or not we do go on full quarantine, I'm kind of hoping we do. It'd be kind of a little bit of a refreshing break, as long as nothing gets too crazy and out of hand, and we start the dead start reanimating. Well, I've often thought maybe I should give up the thrifty prepping and the truth and just do a comedy channel. There is a little bit of spice to the broth. Oh my god, an MRE and cash trip. I'm gonna have to go there, and as I said, I've kind of been putting off, hoping I can get to the next payday. But let's see what I can do. Maybe I can go and just pretend like Costanza it and pretend nothing's happening. But yeah, that's pretty good. And that was the first thing out of my pantry that I ate during the pandemic, a ramen. Lucky I got another 250. Yeah, the kind of spice hit you at the bottom. I'm probably going to make another one, but not till we're off air. But that's a very handy little thing to cook your ramen in. Perfect, in fact. So as I said, guys, thank you very much. If you did throw a few bucks in the tip jar, hopefully that will help us out get up and running again. I mean, I do got some cash currency. I got about 120 bucks to last me till next Friday, which should be payday. But again, that's going to be a little bit on the low side, and we don't know what's going to be happening between now and then in terms of work shutdown, if there's going to be stuff. Thank God I got my MREs before the tornado here last week. Yeah, lucky. We used to follow Timothy Screwed over Sharna. A giant orb, interesting. Iggy, he often gets orbs on his show. I chatted to him a little bit about them. Sorry, there's another one. Alias's tweets on Walmart. Is that what it is? Oh, there is a little like that heat is kind of afterwards. True story. Yeah, no, I believe you, Truth. J Mad, orbs and things. I hit up the tip jar. I was just trying to sneak some out, but my hand got stuck, and then I had to make it look. What's that from? Who's casting spells on me? I'm not so sure. Thank you. Trip. As I say, I should probably get. I think they might even be open tomorrow. What day is it tomorrow? Saturday. Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought with this. I won't even click his videos. Yeah, and that was another reason I kind of disassociated myself with from him in the first place was because he blocked Eternity. He and she was sharing some news and information to the Marfugal news group, and Dex blocked her and banned her from the group. And I'm like, you know what? You're gonna block my people, then I'm not gonna watch you. And that was pretty much the reason I finally parted company with him, because we are trying. This is what we're trying to do tonight: is we are trying to share information and try and give each other as much help, support, or give some answers if we can to one another. And again, let people know what's going on actually on the streets, and not taking that news from third parties, fourth parties, or made up shit that's just been designed to thing. So this is another reason, guys, why when you were earlier asking if she still watches Marfugal, no, she has no love for Marfugal, and as I said, that she was when banned from their group for trying to just share some news and information. We're not out to do anything but that, and that is kind of a little bit how some of these bigger truther platforms on YouTube kind of taking away the real truth. And why I've said, the real kind of, you'll find more realism and more genuine accounts from the smaller channels that aren't monetized because they've got nothing to gain, they've got no one to answer to, and they're not partnered up with YouTube, who kind of have a controlling factor over what you put on your channel. And that's why we try to keep it as real as we can here. That would be great. I really enjoyed getting little care packages and stuff in the post. I mean, remember Hoopty sent me a box before, and that was amazing. Open that is like really exciting. All the little things and the time she spent putting in there. So anyway, guys, how much battery have I got left? 6%. So nearly 2 hours, guys. So we've nearly done 4 hours again tonight over the 2 shows. So we did have a very, very compelling call from Eternity. Again, thank you for your time. Feel better. Keep us informed. And that's why she was blocked, folks. So there you go. My God, did Hoopties just arrive? Hoopties, we willed it and it happened, but I've got 5% battery left. Shame on me. Hoopties is a person, Eternity. She sent, we were just talking about her. She sent me a wonderful big gift packet. Did she turn up, or we just referencing her because she Well, Michelle, that's actually how I found TSP. Bittersweet. I mean, a little bit. As I said, I kind of fell a little bit out of, after the Hot Musket kind of come to be nothing in, Eternity. And that's kind of how we got together and got talking. And, over that time, we were kind of in quite a lot of communication, waiting to see what's happening, and a little bit of, alarm bells and on edge through that period of time, but nothing come to be of it. And I kind of stopped watching it, and it was only around I was getting close to 50 subscribers that a few Fugal fan were watching my channel then, and they're like, listen, why don't you go on the show? And I kind of know, I didn't really explain as to why I didn't want to, but they kept saying, maybe if you go on Marfugal, then you'll get some subscribers. And actually it was Shauna that I spoke to the very first time I went on there, and she kind of made made it happen and made sure the next, because I had trouble getting through the first day, and she got in touch with me the second day and made sure I got on the show. And here we all are. But a lot of you guys that kind of come over have become the Thrift Fam. A lot of you have kind of seen through what Adam's doing over there. You know, you can still watch him if you want. I got no problem with people watching anything or following other channels and kind of do joke. You know, shame on you for not watching my videos. But he's a charlatan, and he's a snake oil salesman. He's kind of profiting very, 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 very comfortably off of the truth movement, and he's somebody that is kind of misinforming or blocking the truth movement a little bit from kind of flourishing. When, you know, like Iggy says, once one of them kind of lies, and when the big larger channels are lying, then they kind of figure everybody's lying. But we try to keep it real. We keep it rough and raw here. I've got nothing, no malice towards those people, even though they come after me for a little while. There's the 5% battery thing in. You're quite right, J-Mad. But anyway, that's that. We're not here to talk or bash Marfoogle. What's done is done. Here we all are. We're the Thrift Fam, or the TSP army, is I think Andrew coined earlier. So good, I like that. And a little lot, you know, quite a few of you have said, you know, you are the cooler Foogle, or the cooler Marfoogle. Not that I like to associate myself with that, but we are the Ship Video Productions, TSP TV. We try and keep it as real as we possibly can. Unfortunately, due to community strikes, I've deleted all my truth content, and you know, it's a little bit of a hard pill to swallow, but here we are. We're still functioning one way or another. We're back to a level, you know, we don't have any community strikes anymore. We're back to a level playing field in that respect, and just in time for a big global event, as we are now living in, guys. We are in a shit hitting the fan. We are under a global pandemic. We're possibly going to be locked down and enforced into quarantine in the coming days. Probably, I'm pretty certain it's going to happen within a week. That many of us will be locked down, certainly in some of the bigger, larger cities here. So guys, thanks for joining me tonight. As I said, I got 5% battery left, and if you guys want to go chill, hang out over on the Discord afterwards, I might join you. But as I said, I'm probably going to go and put a little bit of feed up. I do want to maybe get some more ramen or something else into me. This is what I'd really like. I'm trying to, one way or another, figure this out, but I kind of want to be weekends, like switch Tuesdays to Fridays, and I think we'd get a much better, you know, we've got over 20 folks today on a Tuesday. Sometimes we don't even get 10, but try to get I think, you know, Friday and Saturday nights are a much larger viewer catchment, if you get me. More people go to the movies on the weekend than they do on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But guys, we're going to come back tomorrow, don't you worry. Can somebody hook up a link for JMad in the Discord, please, and thank you. Let's wish you the luck as well with your day rehab, brother. Don't we're not going to ask any questions, but stay with it and hope you get better. And I hope, if worst comes to worst, they look after you if they do close up. So thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed this Friday night, guys. It's kind of a little bit hard to say enjoying yourself during a global pandemic that may lead to who knows what. But we're in this together, and we'll keep coming back and checking in regularly while this is going on. And as I say, guys, put some stuff in the Discord if you wish. And we'll get back to you, and then we'll see you hopefully tomorrow in I'm gonna have to try and figure a way to get a power. There's no sockets close to the studio. So thank you guys, as I said, for spending your Friday night with me. What remains of your Friday night, I hope you have fun. Or if not fun, at least you're not going to worry so much about what's to come, especially you, Glynis. I don't like to think of you worrying out there with you and your mum. We wish you all the best, as we wish each and every one of us the best in these testing times that we've got to go. We should probably probably try and get Shauna on the show in a day or so. If any of you guys are in touch with her, I mean, I am in touch with her. I haven't spoken to her a little while, but maybe if a couple of you want to give her a nudge in this direction, we'll get Shauna on and see what she's got to say. Because again, very, very smart money lady and a friend to TSP TV. As I said, I need to get the thrift phone up and running, although we could possibly do it with Discord. We don't necessarily need a phone line to do this. We'll figure it out. As I said, guys, we may be on quarantine, and if we die, we will try and do daily live shows. And maybe we can figure some shit out for then. But as I said, those of you that did throw a few bucks in the tip jar, thank you very, very much. Hopefully I can utilize that and put that to some use. She has been a guest a few times, Martha, on this show, and then I think I actually was one of the first people to welcome her in after her and Marfugel parted companies. But as I say, you know, all the stuff that was going on with her and the mafia and stuff like that, she's been a little bit quiet recently. So as I said, guys, maybe we can get her on in the days ahead, and something else into you, huh? No, I've also forgot that I did eat the edible a little bit earlier, so that might be getting into me around about now, Aztec. But anyway, guys, okay, sorry, Becky P's getting the Discord, and I'm gonna try and stop it at 2 hours, even though we're kind of on the kind of like running on the empty. Can we get to the 2 hour mark before the battery dies? So that'll get let you get that. Yeah, definitely the edible is starting to kick in. I can feel the very, very early signs. And if you can remember with the last, but then I did eat two the last time, they did kick in hard and fast. I heard the supporting events will be when we see those bored will start losing. Not sure. Yeah, it is. You know, as I say, I do kind of have a job, although I haven't worked much this week. There we go. There's the Discord for you all. If you want to get in there, if you're not already, get yourself over there. Shit loading. How is it different than smoking? I don't know. I smoked for a very, very go get something else into TSP. Oh, I meant food wise. That's right. Yeah, I got to go and get some more food. So Glynis, hope you're feeling a little bit better. J-Mad, welcome to the Discord. I said good luck, brother, with your endeavors there. The edible, yeah, the edible. I should have sent you mine. I can't eat them. You can. You're in Canada. You're allowed to send marijuana to other Canadians. They even have those smell-proof baggies at the post office. So do so, and I'll review them lying on air. And again, guys, before we do go, give a special thanks to Eternity for her phone call tonight. That was very, very cool. And very enjoyable, and we should really do this a lot more, Eternity, as you are kind of partly the reason TSP TV is a thing. I ate some one time and thought I was dying. I've never ever thought that, but it is a little bit at a point where I'd like to just relax and chill out for a little while. So almost perfectly and on cue. Thanks for watching, folks. It has been a shit video production. It's almost 2 hours of this part 2 shit video production for TSP TV. See you at Discord. Until tomorrow, keep it thrifty and stay alive. Beware of COVID-19. Don't infect. All who arrive survive tomorrow night, guys. Check it. Check the channel for time and listings. As I said, take care. Each and every one of you. Edible kicking in hard. Shut the fuck up.